Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, and like this video. It does help me keep making videos, and I would appreciate it majorly. Alright, so there's a video of a man being shot by a police officer inside of a holding cell. There's actually two police officers, and you're probably here to see that video, but I'm sorry I can't show it to you. You can see it in any of the links in the description. You know, it's readily available. There's a full 12-minute video, I believe, that the Bucks County District Attorney's Office has released. The Bucks County District Attorney is Matthew Weintraub. He's actually been involved in a lot of high-profile, nationally known stories, crimes in Bucks County. In any event, the two officers are trying to restrain the individual. Initially, I think they were asking him to take his belt off. I don't know if that was to do a strip search. I don't think so, though, or if it was more for like suicide or what, you know, kind of prevention sort of thing. But when he went to take his belt off, a little white baggie went flying out and went onto the floor. The individual, and the guy's name is Brian Riling. Bucks County's, you know, north of Philadelphia, is very close to us, even though I'm not in Philadelphia right now. We're in transit, as you can see. But a little white baggie went flying onto the ground. He tried, the individual, he's a pretty big dude. He's 6'4", 240 pounds. He tried to put his foot over it, and then I think he even reached down and grabbed it. In one story, it said he was trying to throw it into the toilet of the holding cell. It's hard to really spot that in the video. I think he is, but he's being stopped by one of the officers. The other officer, who's also, you know, he has a weapon drawn. He believes it's his taser, you know, but it's actually his handgun. And he literally says taser before he shoots him. And then he just shoots the dude, you know, right in the abdomen. And, you know, the dude who gets shot, Brian Riling, he doesn't even, you know, he's not absolutely certain he got shot. It's kind of confusing. He falls to the ground. He's kind of, you know, on all fours. And he's like, what did you do? Why did you do that? And eventually he starts to figure out that he got shot. Even in the video, it's hard to see. He lifts his shirt up, but you're not seeing like blood all over anywhere. It's just a little, if you watch the entire video to the end, you'll eventually see his hand, you know, move from the spot where he was shot, and you can see a little red mark. So it just, you know, just one little bullet hole right in. So, but the district, this was back on March 3rd. The guy was originally picked up for retaliation and intimidation of a victim, simple assault, and related offenses. And this, he had also been charged for burglarizing, I believe, the same victim's home that he was, you know, charged for on March 3rd in mid-February. So I think he was harassing somebody that was potentially a victim of his, and also like trying to intimidate a witness or a victim of his original crime that he was charged for, you know, allegedly burglarizing the home in mid-February. But, you know, the district attorney actually has basically, you know, reviewed the evidence and made a decision on this in terms of whether or not to bring charges against the officer who pulled the weapon, who he thought was a taser, and shot the dude in a holding cell. But the district attorney, Matthew Weintraub, is not bringing charges against the officer. The officer's name was not released. He said the shooting was not justified, but basically was excused. You know, you know, it's hard to understand exactly how he comes to that conclusion. I mean, I think the guy's exemplary service of 20 years was a factor in that decision. But again, I can't remember the exact words he said. It was justified but not excused. Justified something else, but not excused. I forget. So the individual, you know, he rolls around on the floor. He's actually talking to the officers. I mean, even after he gets shot, you know, before it's, I mean, I think the officer at that point instantly knows he just shot him and didn't tase him. But the officer's still telling him to, you know, get up on the chair. They were trying to basically get him to comply and sit down and, you know, not fight back and not resist, you know. And he's still telling him, get up and sit down. And the dude who's got shot, it's like, you know, why'd you shoot me? Why'd you do that? And says, you know, oh my God, or something like, you know, I don't want to die. And the officer, I think, is like, you know, relax, dude, you're not going to die. And I think, and that actually makes him even more, you know, more upset. He spent, I think, a few days in the hospital in critical condition. I assume the charges that were, you know, brought against him are still out there, but I'm not real sure. That's really wasn't covered in the story. I wouldn't be surprised if you know, some of those charges are dismissed and this just kind of quietly goes away, but that would just be my opinion. So the links are in the description. You can check out the video. It's a good video. It really is. Even not just the shooting, but listening to the back and forth between the individual who's laying on his back. Eventually somebody comes in to help him, you know, to help him with his bullet wound. And, you know, as I guess an ambulance is on the way, etc., you know, and start to tend to him. But it's pretty funny. Not funny, it's just an interesting video. And that's the story there, man. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.